we have started Power Query module. In that, we have seen the filtering options. We have started the filters in Power Query. In Power Query, we have seen basic filtering and advanced filtering options. We have seen the filtering conditions on two columns, on two conditions specifically. If we have two conditions, if we have a requirement of two conditions, we have seen and or operations in that. We have also seen some of the examples. So we have seen the number data type column. We have seen the filtering regarding the number data type column. So we have already started. We have already started with text data type filters. That they have started with text data type filters. We have seen some of the text data type filters. Let's see. I have already explained you that text filters in Power Query is case sensitive. So let's take a new example today. I think that we'll take a new file here. Let me just pull in some couple of tables. We'll take sample superstore. Take orders, people, returns table. We'll just load it. We'll also take some EMPT, TPT tables from here. So we have got these tables. Let me just go to the transform data. Let me just transform it, some of them, like people table we have got that is not in proper format. So let me do it. Also, we have got a returns table which is not into proper format. So we'll do this first procedures. Let me just close and apply for this. So okay, these are the tables. So there is a requirement. Let's see some kind of requirement with respect to text data type. Let's see some kind of requirement with respect to text. So I want to load only those customer names. We are having some customer name column here. We are having a customer name column. So I just want to load only those customer name whose name starting with A. So this is a kind of requirement. We are just dealing with some of the requirements from the clients, and I'll just show you how the filtering options work. So whenever we want to filter as per the customer name which is starting from with A. So here, if we see, we have got a basic filtering option here, right? This is a basic filtering option. This search, below search, we have got the basic filtering option. So I don't think so we can't go with, like, we will go with the basic filtering, because when the values are more, we can't go with that. So instead of that, we'll go with the advanced filtering options. In the advanced filtering options, we have got text filters. In the text filters, if we go, we are having an option called as begins with. So I'll simply click on begins with. I'll write here A because we want the customer name starting with A. I'll just press OK. So we have got this condition fulfilled here with the A. Now we'll just get rid of this condition. I'll just delete that step. Now I just want those customers in the Power Pivot who are starting with the A as well as B. With A as well as B. So I want to see those customers who are starting with A as well as B. So in this type of thing, again, it is not possible for us to use the basic filtering option. We'll go with the advanced filtering option. We have got here text filters. In this text filters, so we have got begins with A. So now this time begins with A and B both, right? So we'll just click on begins with A. Begins with A. I'll just click on A here. Begins with A. It is, sir, here you need to consider that you need to see that only one column we are using, right? Customer column you are using. In the customer column, we are writing multiple conditions here, right? So we have got A. I have got selected A. Now we want to select B. So again, I'll take begins with B. So what kind of condition here would be? As well as would be this. A as well as B. It should start with A as well as B. So we'll go with OR condition here. We'll go with OR condition. So I simply click on press OK. Then after that, we will see it is starting from B. It is also starting from A. So we have got this kind of filters applied. So this was fulfilled. Let me just delete this step again. So again, there is a requirement. Now this time I just want to load customers whose name starting with A, B as well as C. So here three conditions are there. So what we'll do is we'll again go with this option here. I'll just click on this expand button. Here again, A, B, and C. It is very difficult for us to select A, B, and C at the same time. So I'll go with the advanced filtering option. I'll simply click on this begins with A. I'll write A here. Now, if you see here, I can write only two conditions, right? Only A and B. Only two conditions I can write here with this filter rows option. Now, if I want to add the third conditions like begins with C, where I would be adding it? I can't add right here. So let me just go to the advanced section. If we have such kind of scenario, we'll go to advanced section here. Now here I can select multiple filters here for multiple conditions here. So I'll just select here customer name begins with A, customer name begins with B. I'll simply click on, because there is a condition as well as. So we'll take or condition. If I want to add some third condition, I'll just click on add clause. It will get add this third condition. Here I'll select or. Here I'll select begins with. Here we'll write C. So these three conditions would be applied. We'll be having or condition here because the requirement itself, we want to load the customer whose name are starting with A, B as well as C. So we have taken or condition here. We'll see, we'll press OK. So if I press on OK, we'll see with starting with C, we'll get starting with B and we'll get starting with A as well. A, B, C, right? So three of the conditions. So whenever a three types of conditions would be there, we need to use the advanced options. Into advanced also, we need to use another advanced option for this kind of scenarios. Now I want to load customers names starting with B to Z. B to Z. So only the customer's name starting with B to Z if I want to apply. So let me just get rid of this. I'll just delete this. So I want this time what we need to do is I want to load customer's name starting with B to Z. So if we are having A to Z, we don't want the A. We don't want the customer's name starting with A, except A, we want B to Z. So remaining B to Z need to load. So this time what we'll do is I'll simply click on this expand button. I'll go to text filters. We have got an option here, does not begins with, does not begin with, does not begin with. So I'll click on does not begin with, does not begin with. I'll click on A and we'll apply this condition. So you will see all the customers names who are starting except A, right? From B to Z, you will get all the customers here. So we are just exploring all the filters, text filters, whatever text filters we are having. We'll simply see those. Now the another condition is, another requirement is, we need to load only those customers to the Power Pivot ending with word Allen. Ending with word Allen. So only customers ending with Allen should be loaded to the Power Pivot. Only customers like ending with Allen, right? So I'll just click on the text filters here because Allen here searching and applying the filters would not be that much feasible. So I'll click on this text filters. In this text filters, there is something like that ends with. So I'll click on this ends with. What is that word? Allen, right? Allen. So after clicking on OK, it will add those customers who end with word Allen. So I'll click on this. OK. We can see this is a word. This is a customer name, but the end word is Allen. So ends with, this was ends with. Now let me just get rid of this filter condition again. So only customer, this time, what is the requirement is only customers whose name does not end with Allen, we have to load, right? Does not end with Allen. So I'll click on this. I'll go to text filters. There is an option called as does not end with. Does not end with. Here, does not end with Allen. So we'll get all those customer name where the end word is not an Allen, right? We'll get all those. You can't find Allen here at the end, right? So this filter is applied. This was another condition here. Now begins with, there is an option here called as begin with. Begin with will check starting with Allen, right? It will show the name starting with Allen. So begin with, if we want to explore, we'll go to this. We have got a begins with. If I click on begin with, we'll write here Allen. I'll click on this. So all the names starting with Allen, it will load. Starting the name would be Allen. Now, this time, when the name is Alan, when the name Alan is there, whether it would be at the start, whether it would be at the end, they should show it. So Allen word, whether it would be a first word, whether it would be a last word, it need to show Allen word. This kind of requirement is there. So what we'll do is, I'll simply click on this drop down or expand button, sorry. So there is one option here in the text filters in the advanced, there is one option called as contains. So if we select contains, we don't know whether it is at the first, whether it is at the last, simply it contains that word Allen, then only it will show Allen. So contains, sorry guys, contains Allen. So I'll click on this. So wherever at the start, if it is Allen, at the end, if it is Allen, it will show. See, end also Allen, start also Allen. If this whole value is having Allen, then it would be covered in the contains filters, contains, right? So if you see here, for the text filtering, all the options which you can see here, these are all the self-explanatory options. Equals, does not equal, we have seen begins with, we have seen does not begins with, we have seen ends with, we have seen does not end with, we have seen contains, it does not contain is self-explanatory, so I didn't cover that. So these are the self-explanatory option which we have seen in the text filtering option. So far we have seen applying filtering conditions on only one column. So far what we have done is, we have simply applied a filtering conditions for only one column. So only on the customer name column we have applied the filters so far. What we'll do is now we will see how to write the filtering conditions on multiple columns at the same time. So if I want to use customer name as well as customer ID name at the same time, that would be a multiple conditions. Currently, we are just using customer name options, customer name column. So this was only for the one column. Now we'll see the multiple columns option, filtering applied on the multiple column options. So I have an employee table. Let's see this employee table. I have an employee table this. So in this employee table, my requirement is, here. Let's see. So we are just seeing this, how to write a filter conditions on multiple columns at the same time. We have got a requirement something like that. Load the employees. So we need to load those only employees where the department number equals to 10 as well as the job is equals to salesman. Again, I am repeating, we need to load those employees in the Power Pivot. This is kind of requirement where the department number is equal to 10. This is a different column, right? As well as job is equals to salesman. We have got a job column differently. So two different columns we are applying the filtering condition. So multiple columns we are applying the filtering condition. So let's do it. Let's do it, guys. So what is the usual way? What is the usual way? Like two columns are there, right? So I'll just try and apply. By using individual options. So if I go to department number, what is the one what we want equals to 10. So we just want to show 10. We just want to show 10. So I'm just applying it for the single column here, right? For the single column. Now, what is the requirement? We need a department number equals to 10. We need the department number equals to 10. And we need the job equals to salesman as well as job equals to salesman. So let me try this. We'll go to this. If we go to the job column, we don't find salesman, right? We don't find salesman here. But let me try it. Equals to text filters equals to salesman, right? Salesman. So if you see, by applying the multiple filtering conditions to multiple columns individually, we can't get the results, right? We can't get the results here. We can't get the results. So when you are writing two filtering conditions on two separate columns, we are not getting a single record here. So basically, let's try the other method which we are using, because what is happening here? What is happening is, it is just applying the AND condition. It is just applying the AND condition. We have seen, because earlier what we have done is we have applied the one of the filter here in the 10. Then I'll apply the filter onto this job column. So means This condition I have applied firstly, then I am going to apply the second condition. That's why it is taking and as the operation. So if we multiply check that, the will not get any kind of results here. So this is not a correct approach. Will not get a results here. So I have just deleted the steps. Let me just check here. Now here, what is the requirement? Again, I'll tell you. The department number should be 10, right? And the job type should be salesman. Job type should be salesman. So how many types of salesman we are having? We are having 4 values here, right? Salesman, salesman, salesman 3, 4. We have got in the job column, we have got 4 times salesman, right? And if we check for the department number, we are getting 10, like department number 10, how many times? 3 times, right? 3 times. So overall, I should get. So what should be the conditions? Because as well as is the condition, right? As well as is a condition between this. So whenever there is as well as conditions would be there, we need to always use some other operations. Whether we'll use and or. We'll use or. We'll use or here. So I'll go to this department number column. We'll go to this number filters here. We'll go to this number filters. I'll just click on this equals number. So department number equals to, so we can write the condition here. But here, see, we can write only 2 conditions here, that 2 on the same column, right? But we don't want this. We want the filters to be applied on the different columns, right? So we'll just shift from basic to advanced here. Now we have got that conditions here. Firstly, we can select department number equals to 10. So let me just select 10. The other column is job column, right? So job column equals to, we'll get this drop down here. We can select the salesman in from here. No need to write it, right? So here I need to take or conditions because in the requirement itself, it is as well as, right? Department number as well as sales. So either any condition should satisfy, right? If both the conditions would satisfy, we'll not get the desired results. Will not get the desired results. So I'm just taking it or here. Let me click on this. We have got how many? 7. 3 of them will be coming from department number. 4 of them would be coming from salesman, right? 4 of them would be coming from salesman. So both the conditions, either department number should also be visible and the job column salesman should also be visible. So 3 columns from the department number, 3 rows from the department number and 4 rows from the salesman, right? Job salesman. So this is how we have applied the filtering conditions here. Let me just get rid of this. Now this time what is another condition is, so or conditions we have seen, department number equals to 10 or job equals to salesman. Now what is another requirement is, we need to load the employees. We need to load those employees only where department number equals to 30 and job equals to salesman. And job is salesman, right? So department 30 and job salesman. So let's do it. There is an and condition already given in this, right? So we need to use and, right? So we'll go here. I'll simply click on the options here, what we have got. We'll go to text filters, number filters, right? We'll go to this number filters. I'll just click on equals to what we have got, 30 will take. We'll take 30 here. Now the different column is also there with us, that is job column, right? So I'll just go here. I'll just put this job column. We'll see what we have got. We have got salesman here. This time what condition we'll take is department number 30 and it is already given in this, right? In the requirement itself, load the employees where department number is 30 and job equals to salesman, right? So I'll just take the and condition here. I'll simply click on this. We'll get this, right? 30, department number is 30. On the other hand, these are all the salesmen. So this is the filtering conditions as per the requirement from the clients. So till now we have seen many examples related to number and text data type filtering conditions. We have seen the number data type filtering conditions. We have seen the text data type filtering conditions. Now we'll see the filtering. Now we'll see the filtering the data on date data type columns. On date data type columns, right? So here there is a requirement, guys. Let's see the requirement. What is the first requirement is, I need to load only the customers. We have got some customers, right? So here order date, we have got the date columns, right? Not here in the orders table, right? So order date is there, ship date is there. We need to apply. Now we are exploring the filtering data on date data type columns. So here we'll see what is the requirement. I need to load only the customers who placed order in the year 2017, right? 2017. 2017. In the year 2017, whatever customers has placed the order, that it should be visible and that it should be loaded to the Power Pivot, right? So in order column, if we see, we have got the order date column, right? This is order date column. So in this order date column, we have got around 4 years of data. So around 4 years of data we have got into this. So going here to this order date column, searching for the 2017 year and clicking it for these many years, 4 years data is it, right? So these many dates are there. It is very difficult to apply the basic filtering conditions here. It is not possible in this case. See, finally the end goal is from this order table, what is the subset of the data we need to load in Power Pivot? In order to load that subset of data, which filtering conditions we should write, you need to carefully understand. So what is the other way here is, we'll go to this order date. We have got the date filter option here. We have got a date filter option. So whenever this kind of condition would be there, we'll go to between. We'll go to between here. I'll tell you why we are going to between is, we have got an option called as between here, date filters between. If I go to this between, it will just ask me for some of the filters. So here, if I want to showcase the year 2017 year data, right? The customer's name for the 2017 year data. So here two conditions it would come, is after or equal to what? 1st January 2017, right? Then is before or equal to what? 31st December 2017, right? So let's select the date. This is here we can select the date. Let me go to this. Sorry guys. Let me go to this. So here I'm changing the year now. So we'll take 2017 here. 2017. So here January we should take, right? Sorry guys. 2017, right? So we'll go to this January 2017. We'll select this date. 1st January 2017. So whenever the duration between the 1st January 2017 and December 2017, that only would be 2017 year, right? So that's why I have selected the between option here. So here is before or equal to what? Is before or equal to 31st December, right? So let me just select 31st December here. 31st December 2017, right? 2017. Let me, sorry guys. Let me go to this December 2017. December 31st, right? So I'll select this 2017. So this is the filtering option. What we'll select here is, we'll select the AND condition. We'll select AND condition because we want this and this both, right? So I'll just click on this. Now we can see only the data or only those customer name who has placed the order in 2017 year. So this is how the date filtering options works. Whenever we want to take the date, whenever we want to see the see for the particular duration. Now I'll just delete this step. Now we have got another option here. Sorry, another requirement here. Now if I want to load only one date if I want to load, if the customers or the clients have given me a particular date, on that particular date, what was the transactions if I want to see, what we will do. So in this type of scenario, I'll go to the order date column. We have got order date column. We have got date filters here, right? So if we go to the equals, I'll simply write the date. I'll write the date here. What is that date is? 16th August 2016. 16th August 2016. So let me go to the 2016 here. 16 August, right? 16th August. So August. 16 August 2016. So this is the date. This is the particular date which is given by the client. I simply want the transactions on this particular date. So we have got 3 transactions here. We have got 3 sales transactions. So this is how on this particular date I have applied the filters. Now what is the other condition is? The other condition is, I just want to load all the data except what? Except the 16th August 2016. Except that particular date, all the transactions should load to the Power Pivot. So if this kind of scenario would be there, what we are going to do is, see, again I'm telling you, what is the requirement is, we need to load all the data except the date 16th of August 2016. So except this date, I need to load all the other data. So what we'll do is, we'll go to this order date. I have deleted the step. Now we are good to go ahead. I'll simply select this date filters. So here we don't have that particular option here, right? For that particular date. For that particular date, we don't have option. So this time we'll go with custom filters. We'll go with some options. We have got a option here as custom filters. So I'll simply click on this. Whenever that other options are not working, we'll go to this custom filters, sorry. Now in the custom filters, this is a custom filter, right? Now here you'll get a number of options from where we can choose. These options are different from those options which were visible. See, these options are different. We have got many options here. So this time what we'll do is we'll write does not equal. So I'll click on the date. I'll click on the date. We'll get 2016 data. 2016 what? August. 16th of August, right? 16th of August. We'll take this 16th of August. Does not equals to. Does not equals to. So means all the transaction rather than this particular date would be loaded to the Power Pivot. Right? We have done this. So let me just delete that. We will not get that date here, right? Because we have applied the filters. So directly if you apply here, we don't have that option, right? Does not equals to. It is not there in this. That's why I went to the customer filters. I went to custom filters, and in the custom filter, you'll see those options here. Does not equal to. So this is the thing. Now I need to load only the orders which was placed till 31st of December. Now this is a requirement. Again, I am repeating. I need to load only the orders which was placed till 31st December. Till 31st December 2016. So it should load all the orders till 31st December, right? So what we'll do is, this is order date. We have just deleted the applied step. We'll go here. So here we have got, in the date filters, if we go, we have got an option called as before. We have got this option called as before. I'll click on this before. It has opened is before here, right? It has opened is before here. I'll write the particular date. What is that particular date means? See, the orders which was placed till 31st December. Till 31st December. So here two ways would be there. Two ways would be there. So is before 1st of January we can take. Is before 1st of January 2017. Is before. So means it will take 31st date also if we take that option. So I'll take this option 2017. Sorry guys. 2017, and here we'll take a January. We'll take January 2017, right? We'll take 2017. January 1st of January, right? So is before. If we apply is before, it will just show us the values. Now what is the other option is? There is another option, is before or equal to. Is before or equal to is also another option. If we want that date, see, if we want that date sales also, 31st December sales also, if we want, we'll take this 1st January option. We'll take this 1st January options, whatever we have applied this. But if we want to take before that also means 31st December, before that also we can use it. So let me just delete this step. Is before or equal to 31st would also be the other option to do. So other option how we can do is, I'll go to this date filters. I'll click on is before. So is before it will open. We'll simply write the date here. 31st. Is before or equal to option is also there. Is before or equal to 31st. That date will write here, and we'll get the results. We'll get the results here. So likewise, if there is another requirement that we need to show the order starting from 1st January 2017 till now. So we are having a 4 years data, right? So from 1st January 2017 till now, what are the orders? That orders it should load into Power Pivot. So what we can do is, we are having an option here called as date filters. So we can simply click on after this particular date. So what is the requirement is order starting from 1st January 2017. Order starting from 1st January 2017, right? So 2017 will go 1st January 2017. from 1st January 2017 till now, whatever the data is, it will show. Only that data it will show, right? So these are the options. So like this, we have got number of options here. We have got number of options here. These are all, this can be used. These are the self-explanatory options. Here in the custom, if you go custom also, these are options are there. You can use it. You can use it. So let's explore some of them from here. Now I need to see only, now there is a requirement. I need to see only last 3 years data, right? So what we'll do is last 3 years data, because as we have got only 4 years data till 2017 only we have got the data. So let me just change the system date. I'll just change the system date here. I'll just change the system date. I'll take the sum of the dates from 2017 and we'll use it. So I'll go to the adjust date and settings. I'll just switch off this. Here manually I can change. So let me just take the date of 2017. I'll just take some date from here, 2017. I'll take December here. Let me take this. So if today's date is this, let me take today's date, something like this. Okay, today's date is this. So I'll just change the system date. Now the system date is changed, right? Now the date is 2017. So this function should be working for me, right? So let's see the requirement. I need to see only last 3 years data based on the current date. Based on the current date, whatever today's date, so last 3 years data I need to show. So last 3 years data, if I want to load in Power Pivot, I'll simply go to the order date column here. Order date column we have got a date filters here. We have got date filters. In the date filters, if we go is in the previous. So if I write is in the previous, here I just need to write how many years data? 3 years data, right? So if I want to show the 3 years data, it will simply show me the 3 years data. It will show me only 3 years data. See, 15 also we have got, 14 also we have got, 16 also we have got. So 3 years from today, from the current date, 3 years data, 2017. So we'll go back to the 3 years. So it will show this kind of data to me. So from starting from 14, it is showing till date. So this is a requirement here. So other requirement is anytime if I load, if you load, we should see the current year data. So in this type of situation, what we'll do is I've just deleted the step. Here we have got a date filters, right? In the date filters, in the order date, we'll go to year. There is an option here, this year, next year, last year. So this year, right? So whenever I open, it should show me current year data. So this year, why I am selecting this year, why I am not hard coding it? Because it would be static then. Now we want a dynamic. I have applied for this year. If this data also changes, it will apply to that. So this year option. So only this year data it is showing me, right? 2017 data. We have got a system date of 2017. It is just showing me this year data. So this was the requirement with respect to this year. So sometimes there would be some target related data or future related data. So I'll just delete this filtered rows. There would be some kind of future related data. We have got a date column here called as ship date. Ship date would be there. Here the ship date is here, right? So sometimes we have got a target related data or future related data would be there. So here, if they are asking me for the next 1 year data, right? So only the next 1 year data, it should load into Power Pivot. So where we'll go is, we'll go to ship date, right? Ship date. So here we'll apply, because this ship date is only having some future data. That's why I'm using the ship date. So ship date, if we go, what is the requirement here is in the next 1 year, what will be the sales data? It should show, right? In the next 1 year. So whenever a target related data would be there, a future related data would be there, this kind of situations would come and this kind of requirement would be there. So I'll click on the ship data. In the ship data, I'll go. There is an option called as is in the previous. Sorry, is in the next. So is in the next. If I click on here, next, how many years? 1 year, right? So I'll click on 1 year. So it will show. See, we have got a future date here, 2018 date. So only 1 year data is in the next 1 year data it will show. Currently, what is the year is 2017. It is showing me the 2018 data, right? The future data. So likewise, I can apply for the data for last 3 days. If there is a requirement, if I want to load such kind of data for the last 3 days, what was the data is, if I want to load, I'll go to this date filters. So we have got many options likewise. So we'll just get rid of this here. So likewise, in the previous 3 days, last 3 days means in the previous 3 days. In the previous 3 days, the option is in the previous. We'll click on this in the previous. So here in the previous 3 days, I'll show you the data. In the previous 3 days, I'll write up 3 days. I'll click on this. So previous 3 data, it is just showing me. Previous 3 data, it will show. So previous 3 data. If today's date is 26, 25 would come, 24 would come, 25 would also come. So these are the only previous 3 days data it is showing me. So if I want to show the next 2 days data, if I want to show, what I'll do is, I'll go to the shift date column. We have got an option in the date filters, is in the next. So I'll click on is in the next. It will ask me for the days. Is in the next 2 days. So 2 days. Next 2 days, it will show 27, 28. Today's date is 26, 27, 28. 2 days it is showing me. So we have got some options here. Simply, this date filters, we are having some options like is earliest. Is earliest is the option. Is earliest, what it will do is, the least date we have, only that day data it will show. Is earliest. The least date we have, only that data it will show. So if I click on is earliest, so it will show me that is earliest data. So this is the earliest data we have got. Earliest data. Now, if I want to load only latest data, if you want to show only latest data, what we'll do is only latest data if you want to show. So 1 day data, it would show latest data. So we'll go to the latest option here, is latest. It will show me 1 day data only. Latest data it will show. So the last data, the last transaction is on this date. So it is just showing me. So 1 day old data or 1 day latest data you can use. There are many options here. These are the options. Is earliest, is latest we have seen, is not earliest, is not latest, it is there. So like this, there are a lot of filtering options. The end goal is what data need to load into Power Pivot. To load that data, which filter option might help. That is the end goal. Now I want to load only 2016 data. Only 2016 data if I want to load. So what I'll do is, there is an option called as, we'll go to this year. We have got the option last year. So it will just show me the last year data, 2016 data. If I want to load only 2016 data, because currently the date is 2017. So we have got many options here. Some of the option is this year. If you go to this year, last year, year to date. So this year, in the sense, what is this year? This year is a current year. So current year will be starting from 1st January 2017 to 31st December 2017. Year to date means what? Year to date is there, right? Year to date. Starting from 1st January till today's date. What is the data? Year to date means starting from this 1st January 2017. Right now, which current year is going on? 2017. So year to date. So starting from 1st January 2017 till today's date. Data it will show if I click on this year to date function. Same way we have quarters. Next quarter, this quarter, last quarter, quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3. Likewise, month is also there. Likewise, week is also there. We can use next week, this week, last week. These are the options. So this was related to date, right? These all were related to date. But sometimes the date column, like let's imagine this order date column. is in the format. Currently only date format it is, right? If it is date and time format, then what kind of options we are having is we can use whenever the time column is also available in that particular column, whenever the time section is also there, means date and time, the data type would be at that time we can use hour, we can use minute, we can use second. So these are the options we can use it, right? So we have seen, so here we have seen filtering options for multiple data types, text data type, date data type. We have seen many options here with respect to that. So we have seen date data type, we have seen text data type, we have also seen number data type options, right? So now we'll start with some kind of column transformations. We have got some kind of inbuilt column transformations. Let me start with this now. So what will happen is I'll simply close this. We don't want this anymore. I'll just close and apply this. We don't want it to get saved. I'll just get rid of this. It will ask me. I just don't want to save it. Okay, we have done with that. So now we'll start with column transformations, right? Inbuilt column transformations. So now here what will happen? See, all the unwanted data. I just want to clear you something here. Is all the unwanted data. Before that, let me just change in the date, because we have changed the date here, and because of that we are facing some issues. So I'll just click on set time automatically. So it will set today's time now. It will set today's time. Today is 13. So we can use now. Okay. So what is happening is all the unwanted data, whatever unwanted data is, we need to filter that in Power Query. In Power Query in itself, we need to filter that in using the filters. So what will be the advantage of that is whatever unwanted data, if we filter it in the Power Query itself, what will be the advantages? We will save some space in the Power Pivot. We'll not load that much amount of data into Power Pivot. In the Power Pivot, we'll save some space. That is one of the advantage. The second advantage is performance will increase. Performance will increase as less data would be loaded into Power Pivot. The performance will be more. The speed would be more. The interactivity feature of the visuals would be more, right? So these are the two advantages if we filter all the unwanted data in the Power Query itself. So here for doing the column transformation, let me just take in some of the files here. We'll take some files. We'll go to Excel. I'll go to column transformations here. We have got some files. Sorry guys, not this. D drive, Power BI material, Power BI query. Sorry, here not practice materials, I guess. Power Query source files. Power Query source files. So Power Query source files, we have got some column transformation. We'll take this column transformation first. We'll take this column transformation. We'll open this. In this column transformation, we have got some files called as transpose. Transpose will take. We'll take transpose. We'll take column transformation. We'll take unpivot and pivot. And we'll press on OK. We'll press on load. Sorry. We'll press on load. So I've loaded those tables. Let me just take in some of the tables from Excel as well. We'll take some of the tables from Excel as well. Sorry, some orders date. From sample superstore we'll take now. We'll go to this. We'll go to D drive. Complete Power BI. Practice material Power BI introduction. So sample superstore, if I take from sample superstore, we'll take orders table, right? We'll take orders table. We'll just load it. So these are the tables I have taken: column transformation, transpose, unpivot, and pivot. So let's see. So the first option we have got in the inbuilt column transformation is these are the column transformation options which are available in the GUI, right? Graphical user interface in the Power Query. So the first option is remove columns or remove other columns. This is the first option. Let's see this. Let's see some example for this. Remove columns. How to use the remove columns and how to use remove other columns, right? So we'll see the requirement here. We'll go to Power Query. So whenever you join in any company, client will provide some data, right? client will provide some data. Client will provide some data in the data sources. In this data, you will have some tables with lot of columns. With lot of columns, you will have some tables. Like these many columns are there, right? Like in that data, you will have tables with a lot of columns. Let's imagine like 50 or 100 columns you are having into that. But we don't use all those columns in preparing or creating the reports and visuals. We don't use those columns for creating the visuals and reports. Only few columns would be used for creating the reports and visual. For example, in the orders table, this is orders table, right? Orders table. So here, what is the requirement is I just need to show total sales. I just need to show total sales and region-wise sales, right? Region-wise sales and total sales. So total sales, for showing the total sales, what column I require is I need sales column, right? So we need sales column. We need sales column. I need to show total sales. So from the sales column, I can show total sales. And another requirement is I need to show region-wise sales, right? So region-wise sales, I have to showcase the data from the sales column as well and from the region column. I need to use region column as well. So region column, where is that region column? So only region column and sales column are important for me. These are the important columns for me. And how many columns we are having is 21 columns, right? For example, here it is written 21 columns are there in orders table. So what I mean to say here is the required column is only region and sales column out of this 21. Overall 21 columns are there. One way you can load all the columns as it is. When you load 21 columns, it will unnecessarily occupy more space. If I load these columns, it will occupy more space. With this also, so see, with this 21 also, with this 21 columns also, we can show the reports and visuals. We can show the visuals in the report. But this 19 columns are extra in the Power Pivot. If I click on close and apply, this 21 columns would be loaded to the Power Pivot. Out of that, only 2 are important. So means 19 columns are extra in the Power Pivot. What is the use of those? These are unnecessary wastage of space. This is unnecessary wastage of space. So as a Power BI developer, you need to try to save some space in the Power Pivot. You need to always try to save some space in the Power Pivot. So what we can do in order to save the space is we can filter the data or unwanted rows in the Power Query itself, and we can remove the unwanted columns here itself. So removing unwanted columns will get some space in the Power Pivot. We can filter some unwanted data or unwanted rows here in the Power Query itself. We'll get a space. So what I'll do is in this scenario, I need only 2 columns, right? So let me just click here. We have clicked where? We are in the region column. Let me just click on region column. Region column. I'll press Control key. Now I have selected region column. I have pressed Control key now. Now let's go to sales column, right? Sales column. Sales column. Sales column. Now we are having an option here. We are having an option here. So if you carefully observe, I have selected 2 columns, right? See, I'll show you. Region column we have selected sales column. Now we have having an option here, remove columns, right? I just want to remove columns. So what is the other option is? We have got 2 options, remove columns, remove other columns. So do we have to remove these columns, whatever I have selected? No, we need to remove other columns, right? So I just click on this, remove other columns. As soon as I click on that, other columns will get removed from here. Only 2 columns will be left, region column and sales column, right? So this one is the option. Now after some time, what is happening is, now after some time, if the client again comes to me, later on, my client is telling that he want category wise sales. He want category wise sales. But what we have done, we have removed that column, right? We don't have a category column here anymore. We have removed it. Now the client is coming, he wants one more visual. Earlier, he was only requiring total sales. He was only requiring region wise sales. Now he is coming again back. He is telling me that he want category wise sales also to be there. So for category wise sales, what is the column which is required into this is category column, right? Sales column is already there. So category column he wants. So what I can do here is I can simply go to this applied step. We have got an applied step here, right? Removed other columns. I'll click on this gear icon here. So we'll get some window open here, right? So whatever columns are visible here that are already checked into this. Region column is checked, sales column is checked. What we want more? We want a category column because we need to make a visual category wise sales. So I'll click on this category. If I click on OK, this category column would also be visible here. This category column would also be visible here, right? So here, so category column is also visible here. So like this in the future, if you want any new column, we can go and bring it easily. First, try to delete it. If you think that you need that column, you need that column later on. Later on, if you need it, you can bring it easily like this. But firstly, we need to delete whatever unwanted columns. Later on, we can bring it like the category column we have bought. We can bring it all the columns. Now let me just delete this step. I've just deleted that step. Now, if there is a requirement, if I want to remove row ID and order ID column. So we have got in the orders table, we have got row ID and order ID column, right? So what I'll do is there is a requirement. I need to remove this row ID and order ID column. So I'll click on this row ID. I'll press Control button. I'll click on order ID. We have got an option here in the remove columns. What option is useful now? We have to remove it, right? We don't have to remove the other columns because already we have used the other remove other column option. We have to remove these two columns. So at this time, what we'll do is we'll just click on remove columns. So as soon as I remove that column, those columns would be removed here. So in this way, we can use remove columns and remove other columns. Let me just delete this step again. So we have seen the inbuilt column transformation. First one, remove columns or remove other columns, right? Now we have got an option called as choose columns or go to columns. Choose columns or go to columns. We'll see this. Choose columns or go to columns. Let me just show it here. Okay. There are some times where we have 100 of columns in the table. In orders table, let's imagine something that in orders table, let's say we have 100 columns here. 100 columns. Currently we are having how many columns? I'll just remove this tab as well. Okay. So currently we have got 21 columns here. Let's imagine we have got around 100 columns here. So I want to keep 5 columns and need to remove 95 columns. So out of 100, I just want to keep 5 columns and I just want to remove 95 columns. 95 columns. So what you will do is, you will simply select those 5 columns and you will go on with the option called as remove other columns, right? You won't remove the 5 columns. You have to remove the 95 columns. So at this time of scenario, what you will do? You will select those 5 columns and you will go on with removing other columns. So sometimes what will happen? Let's see, we were seeing this. We've seen this choose columns or go to column. Let me just give you an example on this. So when you have 100 columns, let's imagine in the orders table, we have got 100 columns. When you have 100 columns, scrolling the bar to the right and searching 5 columns will take time. It will take time, right? I need to, from the 100 columns, if I'm selecting 5, I need to scroll it to the right. I need to check for them. And sometimes you can miss that column also. So what is the other way? What is the other easy way you can do it is, let's say I want to keep, let's say I want to keep the country. I want to keep the country, sales, city, state column. See, we have got country, right? Country. We want country, sales, state, city. Sales, city column if we want, and profit column we want. I need to scroll to the right and search it. Sometimes I can miss that. Sometimes we can miss that options. So what is the other way of doing it rather than going manually and selecting it? What is the other way is choose columns. Choose column is the other way for handling such kind of scenarios. Choose columns. So what we can do is choose columns. It will show all the columns. So if I want to go to a particular, if I want to choose, it will show all the columns which are required. So I'll just go to choose columns here. Choose columns. It will show all the columns here, right? So there will be a list appearing here. There would be a list appearing here. There is a list here. If we see this, I'm into choose columns. So I can do the same things, whatever columns I want, I'll just tick on that. See, we can select all. If I want some specific column, what column I was requiring? State column, city column, country column. I want a sales column. So these are the only columns which I want to keep. So this is the very easiest way to find if 100 columns are there, to find those particular column and select it. If I select only this column, I'll select only this column would be visible, right? Other column would it is not visible. Only these columns I have kept with the choose column. So this was a choose column option. If you see it here, if you see clearly here, if you see it is the order which is there, the order for order for searching here, I'm just facing some difficulties because it is not organized or sorted into alphabetical order. So what I can do is I am having option here. I am having two options. Currently now it is in natural order here. It is in natural order. What I can do is I can click on name. If I click on name, it will be arranged in the alphabetical order. So I can select C, country, then S, state. I can select P, profit. I can select like this. Also, there is an option I can write here also, right? State. It will show me. So search bar is also the option to show this, to get this done. So this was a choose column operation, right? Choose column feature. Now go to column. I'll just remove this step. Just remove this step. Okay. What is another one is go to column, right? Go to column. We have seen the choose columns. Let me just show you this go to column. So go to column is something like that. Let's say I want to filter the data on region column. I want to filter the data on region column. For this, I need to search for the region, right? I need to search for the region. Where is region? I will be scrolling it to the right. I'll be scrolling it like this. So likewise, if there are 100 columns, I will be always scrolling and seeing for that. Sometimes I can miss that also. So if I want a region column, so I need to check where the region column is available. So instead of that, we can use go to column, right? Go to column. There is an option called as go to column in the choose columns. There is option called as go to column. If I click on region here, see it will show me a list. It will show me a list of all the columns. So here, if I click on region, it will directly land me on the region column. It will take you to the region column and it will land you on the region column. See region. So we can use this go to option to quickly go on any particular column which you want to select. So this was a operation. This was the column transformations which we have started. We'll just continue this in the coming session tomorrow.